Oh man, we got a whole lot going on in here. Hopefully the quality looks good. Whew. Well, we got so much, man. What we got going on up in here, man? We got all this stuff. Hood pop. We got stuff over here. Jesus Lord. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hopefully you guys can see me. I hope the lighting is good, y'all. So we're out here. We are putting in some work today and tomorrow and probably the next day coming up. So make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel, like all that good stuff, okay? So never can fail. All the time. So anyways, welcome back again. Once again, you guys, today we got going on. We are doing head valves. We're doing head studs from Xotic Performance, and we're going to be doing valve lash on the truck. On top of, we got some other goodies getting worked on right now. So I'm going to show you guys everything we got going on. Head studs is a very simple job. This is not going to be a step-by-step. Trust me, it's pretty much the same thing except 26 times, okay? But I will mention some key points and some little tips and tricks and things to know about. And yeah, let's get this started. All right, so first order of business, y'all. So we got over here Xotic Performance head studs. Is no surprise, no secret to the channel. We can sit here all day, argue why such and such is better than this, ARP, da da da. I don't care. This is what I'm putting on my truck. I ran it on plenty of trucks before, no issues. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So anyways, these are studs. These are studs, yeah. So we have the instructions here. This isn't my first rodeo, so this is very straightforward. Biggest thing when it comes to your studs is you're going to have 6 for 5.9 6.7 Cummins. You're going to have 6 studs that are longer than the rest of them. Those 6 longer ones are going to go on the outboard side. So if you're looking at if you're facing your engine, it's going to be on the passenger side of the block. Okay, I'm gonna show it to y'all here in a second when we go out there, and then the rest of them are going to be for the middle and all of that. So actually, if I could just show you on here. All right, so let's see. So if you're looking, and if you're looking, your long bolts. So this is the passenger side of the block. You got 6 positions, and they tell you in the instructions where they go. But pretty much out here where my finger's at, that's where those 6 longer studs are going to go. You also get provided your 12-point nuts or nuts, washers. More than enough grease, because what you're going to want to do is when you put the stud in, you're going to want to put some grease on both sides of the washers, and what that does is it allows the nut to be able to get torqued down to spec without any drag or any interference from metal to metal contact, okay? You're also going to want to put a little bit on the threads when you thread the nut down. Again, same concept, no drag. You also get, with this kit included, a Allen key with a ballpoint or with a ball socket tip. So what that does is that allows you to be able to go in at an angle. Instead of going up and down straight, you can come in at an angle. I think it's up to a 15-degree angle, and it allows you to still be able to hold and tighten down the stud. And then you also get a 15 mil, if I'm correct, 15 mil? 14 mil 12-point socket is included. All this is included with this kit, okay? For anybody saying Chinese crap, yada yada, you're wrong. They're actually based out of Canada. If you reach out to Xotic Performance for my nerds and my ARP advocates and diehards, and you will kill yourself to defend ARP, even though they probably don't cut you a check at all, you can reach out to Xotic. They will more than happily provide third-party verified testing proving that these studs are actually stronger than the ARP 2000s. The ARP 2000s are going to be your black studs. Some people call them 420s, but these are actually stronger. I think ARP 420s or ARP 2000s are rated at, if I'm correct, I think it's 220 tensile strength or PSI, and then these are rated at 240 or 260. I gotta do my research and figure out, I don't remember off the top of my head, but these are actually superior in terms of yield strength over your ARP 2000s. These are not stronger than your ARP 625s, but also keep in mind with these are reusable. As long as you install these the correct way, Xotic, I even reached out to them and asked them that yes, you can reuse these head studs, okay? So that's kind of cool to know. People will argue about, oh, you should have ran the best of the best ARP 625s. I'm just being real. 80% of y'all with these trucks out here, y'all ain't pushing that type of power to where you would ever need 625s. But if you got money to flex like that, or if you want to, if it's a status symbol or whatever it may be, you're more than welcome to do 625s. I had compound turbos, bigger injectors on my third gen. I had 120 horsepower injectors, compound turbos, dual fuelers, and I ran ARP 2000s studs. Never had an issue with my head gasket. So food for thought, just saying. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go outside and show you guys what we got done so far. I did do a little bit of work just because, I mean, I had to get stuff done. I'm gonna show you guys where we at right now. All right. So you guys, I've already done some prep work just because I'm on a time basis right now. So check it out, y'all. So we went ahead and already took off the valve cover, the rocker box. I have another video doing this on my channel, and there's actually tons of videos out there showing how to do head studs on the 6.7 Cummins. For the 5.967s common rails, they're all the same. I think the only one that's actually different is the 12 valves, because the 12 valves you got to mill the blocks, and there's not as many head bolts. But for these 5.9s and 6.7s, this is it. All right, so check it out. All you do, follow your instructions on your steps. They'll tell you which bolt to take out first. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 back. So you come over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you come back here, and right there, you're gonna go ahead and take that out. Take it out with the stock bolt out using a 18 mil socket. Take that out, put the stud in. You got coarse end, you got fine end, you got coarse end. Coarse end goes into the block. So for this one, this side goes into the block, fine end goes onto the nut. So you will put it in down like that, run it down using your provided Allen screw, and then go from there. And then you would torque it to spec based off the instructions, and then you would just continue that for all 26, following the order in which the instructions were provided with. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, swap this one real quick, show you what I'm talking about. And just like that, the first head stud is officially torqued. Okay, again, I'm using my GoPro. I apologize about that, but yeah, that's how we do it. I would use my regular camera, but we got that somewhere right now. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and put the third bolt in, or third stud in. Third stud's right there, torque down to 125 foot-pounds. So something I forgot to mention, but I'm gonna do it now because it's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the engine to top dead center before I take off my rockers. You're gonna have to take your rockers off to be able to access your bolts in there to take them out and put the new ones in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the engine TDC top dead center so that my number one intake and my intake and exhaust valves are loose, and when that's at TDC, I know I'm good, because what that'll do is that'll set us up in prime when we go to put these back on. Once we're finished installing the studs and put these back on the rockers, we can go ahead and roll right into valve adjustments, which would be super easy right now because everything's pulled from it. So let's go ahead and get this engine rotated. Alright, so all of the rockers are removed. You can see that. The engine is at TDC, which you ain't gonna be able to see down there with the GoPro, but we got those out the way. Because if you come over here we got all the valves, or all the rockers, rocker bridges, pedestal. Alright, and I got mine in order. You can do it however you want, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also made sure I kept the bridges in the same orientation. You don't have to do that. It's just good practice, because you got to think, you know, this truck got 106,000 miles on it. By that point, these have probably never been touched. I know these haven't been touched because the exhaust rockers were definitely, it might have been at 26, I don't know, but it probably was past that. But anyways, yeah, so we got this out the way. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to run to Harbor Freight and buy me a third torque wrench. So I got 2 foot-pounds. This one is a little, it's a little sketchy. The head's starting to get bad on it. This one's good, but to help speed it up, so because there's 3 steps of torque, I'm going to go pick up a third torque wrench, foot-pounds, preferably long handle. I'm gonna see if I can snatch up a flex head one. That'd be sick. It's going to speed the torquing up process so much up, and yeah, let's keep pushing. Alright, y'all, so we back. So head studs are officially done. All 26 studs are in, fully torqued to spec, 125 foot-pounds. Now we're going to go ahead and put the rockers back on, torque them to spec, and then we're going to go ahead and start busting out valve lash. Again, the engine's already at TDC for the number 1, so we're going to start doing valve lash and then crank her over 1 full turn, 360, and then do the other side for the valve lash. So make it wait. It's the next day, so you know this is a time-consuming project. And then we also, my boy Adrian's out here. We also went ahead and started disassembling this whole side of the turbo. We're going right into the turbo right after we do finish this up. Everything's prepped for removal. The only thing left is just the manifold bolts and the rocker arms. When you install it, make sure you torque it to spec. That way it doesn't affect your valve lash adjustments. Don't just tighten it down. Make sure you torque them all to spec, and then we'll go right into valve lash. All right, y'all, so we went ahead and got all the rocker arms back on. They're torqued to spec. Refer to Google if you want to look up the torque spec. So now we're rolling into the valve lash procedures. So for the valve lash, this is how you do it. So when you have the when the number one cylinder is at top dead center, you are going to shim these intake and exhaust valves, and then when the number 6 is TDC, which all you should have to do for that is just rotate the harmonic balancer 360 degrees, and number 6 should be TDC, and those are the ones you're going to shim. Okay, intake's going to be, I'm doing intake at 10, exhaust at 20. Some people like to do exhaust at 26 thou, because that's what it says on the valve cover. to each his own. It's not going to kill it. I've done 20 on my previous trucks and it's been fine. I already went ahead and I'm doing intakes first, so I already did the number 1 intake. I'm going to do number 2. So number 2 is going to be this one. Easy way, intake smaller than exhaust. So number 2 intake, and it should be loose. So when you're ready to shim, the valves that you're going to be shimming, when you grab it, this one's good because I just said it, but you know, they're going to have a little play in it, okay? So number 4 as well, I can wiggle it. That tells me that I'm TDC for the number 1. So now we're going to go ahead and shim it. So I'm going to let my boy hold the camera real quick, show y'all. Tighten this to the GoPro. Get you a 9/16. Oh my God, that was tight. Loosen the jam nut. I like to get it up a good bit. Okay. Go ahead, get your Allen screw. I don't know what size it is, but get one that can fit in there so you can turn it. And now I got my 10,000 shim. Now right now there's a big ass gap there because this needs to get ran down. Also make sure your bridges are seated and like centered. They're not like cockeyed or anything. So then you come in here, and I have a video showing how to properly do valve lash on a Cummins. It's easy. So as I come down, right there, nice drag. So what I'll do is probably leave it right there, because what's going to end up happening is when I tighten down this jam nut, it's going to naturally twist it a little bit and tighten it. Check it. It's probably super tight now. There we go. Okay, nice drag. Not too tight. And that's all you'll do. If you get the red, it did it. Yeah, it's good. Okay. All right, y'all. So we just went ahead and rotated the engine 360 degrees. So now we are on TDC, top dead center for the number 6 cylinder. Easy way to check. Intakes 3, 5, and 6 should be loose. So if I come over here, intake 3, loose. Damn, I gotta reach back here. 5 is loose. It's not a lot, but it's loose. And then 6. And then the same thing for exhaust. 6, 4, and then, was it 2? 2. Now, the importance of doing your valve lash is this, okay? Now, we're going off of sound. So this is a number 2 exhaust. That's how much play you have in here, okay? This is more than 26 thousandths play. I'm here to tell you that right now, okay? Then we come to the number 4. There's not as much play in it. Does that make sense? And then the same thing for the number 6, but I'm not reaching back there. So doing your valve lash is a very important routine maintenance step on these trucks. If you got a 6.7 and it sounds like a 12 valve, you probably need to do your valve lash. It takes probably 30-45 minutes start to finish. It helps if you have a buddy to watch the balancer when you rotate it. But yeah, this is very important. So now that we got it rotated, I already have my 20,000 shim out right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my exhaust. So I'm going to bust out exhaust 2, 4, 6, but I'm probably going to do 6 first because 6 is way back there and sucks doing, just to get the shitty one out the way first. So I'm going to do the exact same thing I did earlier, except on these ones now. So I'll show you guys it once I'm done. It is. I have no idea what part I left off on, you guys. This is it's been all over the place, y'all, man. So we out here working. Hopefully y'all can see me good. I don't even know if y'all can see me good because I'm filming with the GoPro 5. You guys, this has been a crazy eventful project, but nonetheless we still pushing forward. This is the real life. This is uncut, no edits. Sometimes shit just doesn't go the way you want it to, but nonetheless, to say doing a turbo, doing head studs, and then rolling right into a turbo job, there's a reason why shops charge $120 an hour, $100 an hour for labor, because it takes time. So I have a surprise for you guys. I was gonna wait and show y'all when everything was done, but I was like, man, they've been waiting almost a week for a video, so let's go, man. All right, new powder color incoming. I don't even know where my flashlight is. Oh, it's inside, so I can't even really show you guys. But let me see if I can show you with my cell phone flashlight. Oh yeah, without a shadow. Illusion Cherry. Check that out. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, turn this light off real quick. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install rocker box. This is going to stay off, waiting for manifold studs. We're going to install the rocker box injector harness slash gasket. Going to get that on, button up the top, get the top completely done with. So if we come over here, there's no turbo. Alright, turbo's gone. But what we'll do is, I want to get all this buttoned up because as you can see out here, the weather is not the best right now. It's like raining, I don't know why, but we're gonna button this up so this is not exposed anymore. And then yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks once it's done. Just a couple key notes. Make sure when you install your rocker box, put a brand new gasket on the bottom of it if you took out the old one. And then also when you torque it from the middle out. That way it torques down evenly. And then same thing with the top side CCV cover, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. Alright, so she's all buttoned up now. Everything's back the way it looks, but check out. Is that fresh or what, y'all? We got all the wires. Yo, I don't know what's up with this truck, but this thing had a bunch of like dog hair or horse hair, something. It was some animal. It wasn't a rat, but it was a bunch of fur in here. I had to vacuum out. I opted to leave off the fuel rail cover. I left that off just because I forgot to put it on and I don't really care about it. And over here we got the beautiful Xotic studs. Sitting good. And the back is milled down. On the back of the rocker box is milled down, so it sits flush back there. This color in the engine bay. And I know I ain't the first one to ever do it, but it's gonna look good. It's over here. So we got this over here. Yes, I am keeping the turbo. No, I am not selling this turbo. This turbo is not for sale. I'm keeping it. Just putting it out there. But yeah, you guys, I just had to get this video. I had to get it wrapped up. I had to get this video out to you guys, man. So I guess we'll classify this as the valve lash slash manifold or head stud video. Okay, so I guess the camera cut out on me. I didn't even know that. I don't even know when it stopped filming, which I should have known because it has a timer and a light on here. But anyways, I don't know what the last thing I said, but basically I was shouting my boy Adrian out for helping me out. He saved me so much time yesterday prepping the turbo. He basically removed the turbo while I was working on head studs, valve lash, putting all the valve train back on top side. So it was killing two birds with one stone. And then I was going to show you guys a little sneak peek. So once again, we got more stuff here. Air Dog, drop a comment down below, tell me what Air Dog you think it is. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. It is a shit sty in here. We also got distilled water because I'm gonna run some radiator flush in there. We got that. What's up, dog? Good, just filming. We got the coolant flush we gotta do for that. And then y'all, I got too much shit in here, man. I really do. I gotta clean up. That's probably it. That's probably it, man. I'm gonna end the video now because I'm all over the place. I gotta get in here. It's probably gonna take me like 3 hours to chop the film up, figure out where all the film is, because I got film for the turbo and I got film for the engine or for the head stud, so it's going to be a minute. So until next time, you guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the video. Again, film with the GoPro just because my camera is somewhere else for business purposes. And I will see you guys soon. Please, thank you again for joining the channel, all that good stuff. You guys take care.